Hey guys, this is WTii. So with pre-expansion events in effect from today, the 9th of August in America, and tomorrow the 10th of August for the EU, are you back to World of Warcraft? Demon Hunters, the Broken Shore, Demon Invasions and the Dark Whispers event, as well as the start of the pre-expansion quests, are awaiting you if you do come back. Perhaps you are already ready to go. Or maybe you're thinking about it, but you're overwhelmed with coming back to the game after so many months away. Well, that's where I am. I haven't played WoW for months now, and I'm back in. But it's hard going. I have all characters to max level with various professions, items and specs to manage. Getting back on track is a slow and arduous task. However, I found myself getting hooked back in, really. Just fulfilling my WoW OCD needs, organising banks, items and bags and all that kind of malarkey. I only intended to spend a short time desensitizing myself to the demands of WoW last night, but I found myself coming around to the satisfaction that, comes with putting this here and that over there, testing this ability, and then I started to consider transmogs. So that's when I knew I had to come off, because there's so much ahead of me, yet it's just so I can get back on top of things. I need to start slowly bringing myself back into the game, but ramp things up so that I can log into World of Warcraft and be like, yes, I'm going to do this, yes, I'm going to do this, yes, I'm going to do this. Kind of like how it used to be back when I was so addicted to World of Warcraft. Whereas these days, a lot of you are probably in the same position as I am, where it's like, I just kind of want to log on a game and play it. And even though I know World of Warcraft like the back of my hand, it's so foreign to me coming back to it after all this time. So much gear to consider getting for the expansion, all this. What spec am I going? What talents do I pick? It's just so much that it runs around your head. But I do suggest that if you are really serious about coming back to World of Warcraft, just start off slow, log on a character, move a few items here and there, clear out your garrisons, get rid of the garrisons. In fact, what I did was I started going through the process of, again, this is another thing, working out what mods I'm going to be using. I deleted all of my add-ons and I'm just starting from scratch. So I want to clear all of my garrison stuff, basically almost get rid of everything related to garrisons so that I don't have to think about them again. And the first thing I did was get Garrison Manager UI, so that way I can log on each of my characters, clear out all of their orders and pick up all the herbs and all that rubbish from the the garrisons, and then be done with it. I did that, and then I deleted that add-on. Then I moved on to Bagnon, which is the one that I use for managing my bag and bank space. And then I started going through all of that, all of these collectibles, Iron Horde scraps, toys and stuff like that. You can now just right-click and they're in your sort of like collection. They're no longer taking up bag space. So there's all this to go through, and you just get back into the swing of it. So that's where I'm at, and I feel good about it, and I'm going to be spending a bit more time whenever I can to just grow accustomed to World of Warcraft once again, so I can shove it in Illidan's face and be prepared for once. So, what's your story? Are you coming back to World of Warcraft? Yes or no? And for what reason? Picking it up back with your friends, or perhaps a new adventure taking on raiding or PvP as you never did before? Or maybe you're a loot whore, collection whore. Along those lines, you got an issue here and there, but you can feed that issue with the transmog that is now a lot more accessible and easier to manage with World of Warcraft. There's so many. I've got like legs 33 out of 355 or whatever it might be. It's just like, well, there's got to be those people out there that want to get all 355. It's just, where are you sitting at for World of Warcraft? Let me know, guys, in the comment section below. I'm really curious, because I know that I always enjoy the WoW expansions, well, for the first few weeks at least, and for me, that's enough. I'm going to enjoy myself, and if this expansion really can take off, because there's quite a lot of game-changing things in this expansion, transmog being one of them. There's a lot of things that keep you hooked, like mythic dungeons, affixes and variables, and just more accessibility for playing with your friends and stuff like that with leveling. There's lots to do. There's a good post about it on MMO Champion. If you're not familiar with MMO Champion, I'll link it in the video description below. You should definitely check it out. It's a great site. I mean, I've known about it for ages, and pretty much anything to do with World of Warcraft is going to be on there. News, or how to deal with this character, or how to manage professions, or what specs, talents to take, all this kind of stuff. It's pretty much all there. So if you are curious about coming back to WoW, that's a good place to sort of get a feel for it, and then perhaps dip your toe in and buy a WoW token if you got any gold, because I spent all of my time leveling up characters on WoW with all of my characters, because I have so many, just doing the WoW garrison quest. That's kind of what I did for Warlords of Draenor. I pretty much didn't play the game past the first month or so. I just logged on to all of my characters, leveled up their garrisons, and just did the gold dailies every day. Needless to say, that made me I can't remember how much gold I got, but I think it's over 1 million. It's a ridiculous amount. It's more than enough to keep me going for the time being. So I definitely picked up a WoW token rather than using real money. So if you've got to use real money, I totally understand it's a lot more harder decision, especially since it's coming from Warlords of Draenor, which can arguably be the worst expansion to date. So it's a question of, do you really, really want to risk spending more money coming back to WoW? Is it going to do enough to bring you back and to keep your attention going for long enough? That's really down to you, and I'd love to know what you think in the comment section below. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'd love to hear from you. Bye bye.